Tonight, distance learning is taking place at our local Braille Institute despite its center remaining closed. Our own Patrick Evans spoke with the Institute about its new effort to help the visually impaired.
Patrick Evans here, and I am joined by Amy Sand, who is the regional manager at the Braille Institute, which is an organization helping the visually impaired, not just here in the Valley, but throughout Southern California. Correct, Amy?
That is correct.
Of course, when the stay-at-home orders came down, you provide a number of outreach and classes and workshops, and all of that came to a grinding stop.
Yes, that's correct. Just like everybody else, we had to close our center to protect all of our clients. And but in the meantime, Patrick, we've been working very hard to put together distance learning. And starting this month, we will be offering workshops and some classes. And until we can get the center up and running safely again for everybody, this will be the method that we will reach out to all of our students. We're moving into the future.
Well, you know, this entire virus situation has forced people to grapple with technologies. We were doing just to figure out a Zoom meeting here, but this is how we're going to go forward until we can come together safely. One of the things I wanted to ask you about, I think a lot of people are feeling very isolated just because of the lack of contact. Mm-hmm. And I would imagine that those who are visually impaired can feel that all the time, even when we're not in this kind of situation. So how are you combating that with your clients and the folks that you serve?
I'm glad you asked, Patrick. What we are currently doing, what we've been doing actually since the day we left the office, is we call all of our current students, and that's across all of our centers. So all of our staff is sharing lists, and we are personally contacting our stakeholders and speaking with them, providing them any resources that they need. We weekly send out an announcement. You know, I'm sure just like everybody else in the Valley, we get tons of incoming information of resources for folks in our area. So we get that out every Friday. Some of our instructors have been creating videos, lessons on video, and we send those out throughout the week so our students can still have a sense of getting a couple of lessons during the week that they were getting at our centers.
Well, I know that the work is much harder when you're not able to have that personal contact, but I think it's terrific that you're continuing to reach out to the students. What does the future look like as we gradually are able to come back together? But there will still be social distancing, but you will eventually be able to bring students back into the facilities.
You know what, Patrick, we will, you know, and we're following the same guidelines probably most people are, and that's following what the state is going to tell us to do. But putting together this distance learning over video and phone, that's been a real boon to us because here in Coachella Valley, our center covers the East Valley and the high desert. And by our learning how to do this right now and share it, we'll be able to connect more easily with these folks who can't get into us. And
that's terrific. And one last question for you real quick. Is there anything the community can do to help you guys out right now while we're waiting for things to get back to a closer sense of normal?
Well, you know, people in the community have been great in sending us all of the resources that are available. So if there are any resources that they think are applicable that our people struggling with low vision to no vision at home could use, it would be great. And we also want to let the doctors, the eye doctors, know in our area that we are still serving their patients. And if they have patients who've just been diagnosed or need our help, please continue to fax us those referrals. We're talking to their patients. We're getting them onto waiting lists to get low vision consultations, and we're getting them services now.
Amy, thank you so much. Amy Sand from the Braille Institute. You guys are doing great work under difficult circumstances, as are so many. Thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you so much, Patrick.